Hi, welcome to Cutscene. If you're doing this right, you're about to hear three assholes who are just going through the motions. I'm Eric.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Chris.
And welcome to I Beat It First Presents Cutscene.
Yay!
Oh, God.
I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse.
Not a whole lot, but it could be worse.
No, you know what? Yeah, because it's not bad. It's just poor.
Contrite.
Yeah, it's nothing special. It's boring. It's like, all right.
And they're done
ambitions.
that. By the way, I called it in the first episode. Or the second episode, I'm sorry. Everything's super on the nose. Everything is pedestrian and predictable. And how many other P words can we come up with?
Yeah. I mean, it has no ambition at all.
Proletariat.
Proletariat. There we go. Pedantic.
Pedantic. Nice.
Oh, man. Yeah, for a show about a kid that has like all the ambition in the world, the show has like no ambition.
No ambition.
Is that what you were trying to say, Chris?
Yep. They give it all to him.
Yeah, all the ambition goes to him. Nothing goes to the plot or anything else. Ooh, but there is a lot of ambition in time jumps.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
all about them time jumps.
And 3 months later.
8 months later. 12 months later.
And 5 years later.
2 months later. What the fuck is going on here?
Why does everyone look the goddamn same?
Exactly. They graduate and they look the exact same that they did when they started school.
That's right.
I mean,
at least they're not wearing back to like little dress uniforms.
Yes. But I mean, at least Hermione got hot when she graduated. Come on. Something can be done with this. Something.
And he's just bored of her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was bored of her on the first day. Let's be honest here, people. Yeah. Come on.
The ultimate mech at the end of this is going to be a sex robot. He's like, this is what I've been talking about.
This is what's been in my dreams.
This is my absolute dream.
Only a mech can fight another mech. I'm pretty sure only a mech can fuck another mech.
Ooh.
This is probably some weird ingrained rule that he has in his head.
So he's going to build 2 mechs.
He's going to build 2 mechs and watch them fuck.
And he just can't wait to be inside them.
Oh. I want to be inside you.
This is the worst. This is the absolute worst. This is my nightmare.
Way more adult than the actual show is. We're just making
this is so much
PG
worse.
show X-rated.
It's like we're 2 minutes into the podcast and we've already got more fun and exhilaration in that than the entire fucking series. Let's be honest here, people. All right. Okay. So we watched episodes 5 through 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, guys?
Of Heroes and Magic?
Knights and Magic.
Knights and Magic.
Knights, which this still bugs the fuck out of me. Knight apostrophe S.
So it's the Knights and Magic.
No, the Knight is and Magic. Knight is and Magic, right? That's
yeah.
Right. That's the English that they were going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I thought apostrophe S. Now I may just be an idiot here because I've already been 4 episodes of Drinking Deep, but I thought that apostrophe S was possession.
It can be. So it's possessing magic. And magic?
Yeah, that's what I'm. It's the Knights that possess
yes.
and magic.
Knight is and magic, or it's the Knights and magic.
And magic.
Like it's the Knights and magic. That's the thing. It's like it's the Knights and magic.
Right.
He's possessing the Knights.
Oh my god. We're putting way too much thought into this horrible, horrible title. Thinking that
and
there's
magic.
some weird, like, just hidden meaning behind it. There's not. Just like there's no hidden meaning behind any of the episodes. All right.
Someone's gonna come up at like episode 13 and be like, "My name's Knights, and I owned all the magic." Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh,
no, he owns all the and magic."
And magic, yes. Maybe that's what it's called. You know, they just say that you have magic. They don't know. They don't have like a specific name for the magic. Maybe Anne's just the name of it.
Oh, shit. That's the type of magic.
Yeah, it's
It's
and magic.
their
It's
and magic.
Yeah,
There's regular magic and there's magic.
and
Oh my
magic.
god. All right.
Deciphered.
Okay, so let's move on to episode 5, which everybody has totally watched, right? Oh, wait, no, before we do that, Jason, give us that blog roll.
Oh, Jesus. I need to write this shit down. I'm so bad at this. Hi, everybody. This is I Beat It First, and you're listening to I Beat It First podcast of Cutscene, obviously, as we talked about already. Please follow us, anything you can do. Like us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, doesn't matter. Anything at I Beat It First, ibeatitfirst.com, or anything of any kind of iteration of I Beat It First, you'll find us. Please rate and review.
Facebook.com/ibeatitfirst.com.
Whatever, they'll find
And
it.
Cutscene. Facebook.com/cutscene as well.
They'll find it.
Find
They
it.
will
Find
find
us.
us. Find us. If there's anything I know about this group that's listening to this thing, they're really good at finding people.
Do they have a unique set of skills?
A unique set of skills of watching horrible anime
We're sorry.
and being patient and listening to us talk about said horrible anime. This is horrible. Anyway, please like us. We're promised we're not normally this bad. Anyway,
Hey,
I
again,
lost my train of thought.
the podcast is great.
The podcast
anime?
is great.
Yeah.
We're great. We work good.
We're the most professional.
Yes.
The most is professional.
Most is professional assist.
And it's because we're so professional that we rely on you guys, because we do not advertise, we don't do anything to promote this show. We base it solely on word of mouth and you guys. So please rate us, give us 5 stars, or rate us 4 stars, whatever you want to do. Give us a rating, let us know how we're doing. Drop us a line on email as well. Anything at I Beat It First or anything at Cutscene. No, not at Cutscene. It's Cutscene at I Beat It First.
There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Five episodes of drinking. Anyway, send us an email, anything you'd like. We'd like to hear your reviews. We'd like to hear your thoughts, what we can do, suggestions for upcoming anime. We want to hear it all. We look forward to hearing from you very much.
All right. So we're going to change it up a little bit because the Wikipedia is excruciatingly long. So Chris would like us to try just reading the synopsis from Crunchyroll. So we'll do the first episode, and it may change for for episode 6. We'll see. It may happen mid podcast, everybody. But so let's get to episode 5, Hide and Seek. The new mechs are to be sent to Fort Casadeus, where the powerful Marquis Dixguard will take personal command over them. But on the way, a group of raiders lure demon beasts into attacking the convoy, hoping to steal them for their own. Yeah.
So right off the bat...
That sounds way better than it was.
Yeah, because right off the bat, we get to finally see that black mech they like sneaked around about. They're like, ooh, there's that black mech. It's going to be dope. And then we see it for all of 5 seconds.
Hey, but it did do a sweet sneak up and backstab. Although I don't quite understand why it grabbed the mech, like as if it was like a person that it was going to cover its mouth, and then turned its hand into like a dagger and stabbed it right through the cockpit. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But then they stabbed it through the cockpit, and then magically it's repaired again, and they use it to infiltrate the base.
Well, yeah, that's the magic.
Yes, it's that knights and magic.
That and magic.
And
So
magic
powerful.
can do anything, everybody.
God. So yeah, they steal it on in there. I'm pissed off already. I'm like, where's the black one? Where's the black one? Where's the black one? Never see it again. I hope it comes back eventually sometime, but whatever.
Oh, so you skipped ahead. I have testing new model of Gruyere. However, that was spelled. I remember that it was spelled really weird earlier. Then they show the new silhouette gears that they adjust or that they made for the people building the mechs. And then the boss really likes punching people. And then we get an assassin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jesus. I must have dozed off immediately. Hit play and was just like...
Yeah.
This is pretty good aiming.
It was. I watched it before bed last night, and then I could only make it through 3 of the 4 episodes, and I had to watch one today. So, yeah, the assassin goes straight for the cockpit, and then they sneak in using the dead man's suit. Evil. Next, they're going to be putting laser beams on sharks, everybody.
But they didn't. You didn't even cover the worst thing that they did, which is just straight up cold shoulder that guy as they walked in.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how was it? Everything okay?
Keep
Back
walking.
off, scrub.
Fuck you. I'm not going to talk to you.
I don't want no scrubs hanging out at my best friend's castle, trying to holler at me.
And he looked so genuinely happy to be able to open that gate.
I know, right?
He just like saw the was like, ooh, I get to open the gate. Yay!
And then just so defeated.
Yep, so defeated. And then so defeated. So they kill everybody in the main area and then go into like the little barn or wherever the hell it is that they were stored into, and then just magically can just get in and move them without having to do any practice or anything like that.
Well,
No,
they're
they're not that
own.
much different, even though they
Yeah.
showed them as being like vastly different before.
They just put arms in the back.
And then they're
made 'em
bitching
more
about how rigid they were and how hard they were to control and blah 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 blah.
They're
was
just not
dumb.
attuned to it yet. And but you know, the second it comes up to anything, they're perfect at aiming the new weapons and handling it all.
And we finally actually got to see someone do something with the front arms and the back arms at the same time. They did the smart thing. Shield to keep them from getting blasted, and then the back arms just kind of come up right over the top like pew 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 and start shooting everybody. I thought that was pretty cool.
I will say they did do a little bit better on being like, yeah, here's on how you can use this stuff. Like, you hit it on the nose to say that the show is very much on the nose, where it's just like, everyone's just fucking dumb. And it's just like, you can use a shield and a gun at the same time? It blows my mind.
Okay,
Well, it took a kid to design a new mech.
this is true. The
Yeah,
first
after
new mech in
100
years.
They're all pretty fucking dumb.
But what if we make a new one? A new
What?
What? No, nothing. Man, they're too big to fail. These
What have all
mechs
these
are too big to
facilities been
fail.
doing for hundreds of years?
Exactly. There is, as we see later on, there is a facility just for like making improvements, but they haven't made any improvements for 100 years. Like, what the fuck?
This show's the greatest. It's that and
And then-
magic, though.
Yep.
And then the weird squirrely guy that we'll get to later, I swear to God, he was around when they made those improvements 100 years ago. All right, so they apparently they subscribe to the Matthew McConaughey theory of time is a flat circle, because time means absolutely nothing here. He left, had basically just been there for like maybe like a night, and the other people were doing a bunch of shit for a while and then decided to leave and somehow run into the people stealing the mechs right as they're getting ready to leave.
Well, it was only 4 people storming an entire castle with
Yeah.
crossbows.
No, I'm talking about the kids.
I know.
Leaving from the other place. Like, time means nothing. Like, that distance that they had to travel, that they must have fast traveled or something like that. Like, oh yeah, we've been to that town already. Let's just hit the fast travel button. Boom. Okay, we're only 15 minutes away from the town now.
No. They're just literally murdering everyone. And they're like, we don't have to worry about anything. There's only 4 of us, so we'll just kill everyone and take our sweet time. And so what looked like only 5 minutes to us was like them like just literally going to town. Like literally to town to murder.
Oh man. You know what is it? It's why are we running? We can totally just do shit with no suits. Like that's what they were saying to the guy, and he's like, no, just stay in. So the twin's like, fuck that, we're gonna get in our hoplites and take off. See ya. And then the dwarf kid, he's like, wait, what are they doing? He's like, keep driving. That's it. That's all that they're doing. Like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna go fuck everybody up in our tiny little hoplites. And
Yeah,
they
man.
do.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Fuck that guy up.
well, it helps when you have a crossbow that magically turns your bolts that rapid fire out of your little like 3-inch like cannon into like the size of like 30 feet. Did you see like the scale in that dude's
yeah.
shoulder?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, what the hell? Where did these come from?
And magic.
So they
And
take off in
magic.
their hoplites. Ernesti is sitting there and he's like, man, I should really go out there and fight them with magic. No, I can't. Only mechs can fight other mechs.
It's
That
for
would
his-
ruin my aesthetics.
Yeah, his sense of aesthetic.
Yeah.
For no other reason.
No
It's
reason
just like,
whatsoever.
fuck you, kid. People are dying.
People are literally going to die, you little fucking piece of shit.
You're
But
watching people be murdered in
no.
front of your face. You're just like, nah, it just wouldn't feel good.
It wouldn't look right if I
It wouldn't
did.
look right to me.
Oh my god, I want to punch this kid in his fucking face so much.
So much.
Surprised he hasn't been punched more in the face.
That's what I'm saying! Nobody has punched him in the face once.
I know.
Or even tried.
It's probably because they don't understand what punching is. They
But
need
he's a
someone...
cocky little bitch.
Oh, yeah.
He's the cockiest.
Oh, and that's to be, like, amplified in the next, like, 2 episodes, too, which is just...
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
They all fly off in their little hoplites, and he and the twins are fucking these people up. And it makes me think, why does he need a full mech again?
Right?
If he can just fuck people up in this little hoplite? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's just because he wants one. Like, he doesn't
Yes.
care about this world or its politics. He just want... I just want a fucking huge-ass robot that I will then, later on, spoiler, fuck.
Possible spoiler.
No.
I'm pretty sure we know where this is going, people.
Jason loves it so much, he read all the source material.
So then he flies off. He gets up to his mechs. He looks at it and literally says, "Wow, it really is huge from here." Yeah. No fucking shit.
Like, you haven't been next to one over the past, like, 3 years of school?
And building them?
And building them, yeah.
Doing all sorts of shit? Like, I'm pretty sure that one of those single braided fibers for the muscles are bigger than you. Oh my god. And then I write down, twins fight. Why do they need full mechs? And then accidental trap, LOL. Because he's like sitting there and his thrusters go all fucking haywire and he just flies all around in the trees. And then the mech's like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. And then just trips over everything and then gets all caught up. And
I was
wrapped
waiting
up.
for some AT-AT action of someone going down there and just, like, wrapped them up. And I was kind of sad that Esti didn't do it before. But
Yeah.
then seeing the trap done, I was just like, yes, finally.
And then Edgar gets fucked up. His mech is just fucking brutally destroyed.
Which was good, because it's just like, why did we improve them if you're just going to beat them with an old one?
Exactly. And then they show what's his name in the Guerre. They're like, we should run, and he basically has like reverse PTSD. He has PTSD from him being a pussy. And he's like, no, we'll never do that. Like, he gets this look of shock on his face and horror. And then all of a sudden
Literally,
it's like,
the
we don't
only character
retreat.
development in this entire anime is this
the
guy.
only character development
Oh, yeah.
at all. Everybody else has stayed the same. He is the only one that has changed and done anything. Oh,
And
except
then-
for the king. The king's no longer an asshat.
I still have my reservations about him.
At least at this point, he's not acting like an asshat.
yeah,
he was
yeah,
a
yeah.
total dick in that very first shot that you saw of him, and then suddenly started changing. But
Well,
he-
neither is the Marquis Dixguard.
oh yeah,
He's now
there is
satisfied.
Marquis Dixguard, who got
was the only
satisfied
one-
by a teenager.
That's right, yeah. I am satisfied.
You have satisfied me.
Gross.
Oh, I hope everybody listened to that last podcast so that they get that joke. Otherwise, that sounds gross.
Even better.
It's still gross.
If you're starting on this episode, woe is you anyway.
Oh my god. So then they all sit, like a whole bunch of demon beasts start attacking while the chick's trying to get away, and they just completely cut it out. You don't need to see this.
Right by it.
You've seen all of this before. Don't worry about it, folks. Like, literally hours and hours of them fighting a fucking pack of demon beasts. None of it.
Nah.
You see a long shot of just the forest.
And then over voice overlay. And so they fought into the night, and when they woke up, the demon beasts were dead. But you don't need to see all that, for
Yeah.
that is a tale for no magic. And this is with and magic.
That is a tale that did not use any and magic. Thank
But yeah,
you
I
very
mean,
much.
It just builds on the fact that these demon beasts are like so secondary thought to anything. And
Oh yeah, they literally sat there and went, "We need a villain,
we need beasts.
but we've already got these
No.
other people that are going to be villains, so we need something other than people that are villains. What
Demons.
about demons
beasts
or beasts?" And then literally they missed the "or," and the guy's like, "Demon beasts, gotcha, let's do it."
What is grammar?
Exactly. What is
I miss
grammar?
a comma, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll go with that."
It sounds more like whose line is it anyway? All right, I need a location. Magical forest. All right, I need a thing. Beast, demon. I heard demon beasts. All right.
Trap mech pilot.
and we need a job. Cocky 12-year-old. All right, let's go.
What gender? Trap. Okay.
Non-specific. Wait, I don't want to go
Gender
for a
irrelevant.
I think that was actually how they made the show.
It was like a dartboard of everything from every fantasy and mech anime that they could possibly have. But their aim was really bad, and they just went really heavy on fantasy and a little bit of mech. That's why
All right,
it's all in the fantasy setting.
What genre are we going for? All right, mech, fantasy,
magic.
reincarnation.
Ridiculous.
What gender? Trap. Okay. Why do we even have a trap triangle on here? It's
Why do we
supposed to
even have
only be
that
for
button?
secondary characters, sir.
See, that's where we're different.
This is actually, it's like one of the only animes that literally has a trap as the primary one.
Although he's not really a trap.
He's not trap. Yeah, he's just androgynous. No, he's not a trap.
He's just
He's
androgynous.
androgynous. I mean, they did put him in that frilly little dress for a little bit.
I mean, it's
Kind
very
of
much like, no, I'm a
trap-ish.
boy, whatever, and stuff like that. And
I
everyone's
can
just
show
like,
you. I
"Man."
can prove it if necessary.
Oh, God.
As we got in the second episode. So he now commands the Order of the Silver Phoenix. And then
that
we
one-
find out that the one mech that they actually got away with was Boobs McGee's mech. Bum, bum, bum.
What was it, like, Dorkians? What was it called?
Transdorcus.
Dorkians.
These
And I
fucking
only
names,
remember
man.
that because the name is so fucking bad.
Bad.
Dorcas?
They stole the best you said. They stole your Transdorcus. I don't know how many takes they had to do from that in order to keep the voiceover actor from just busting up laughing every time he said that they stole your Transdorcus.
So bad.
Oh, wait until you get to the name for his mech at
I
the
know.
very end of this. I actually looked it up to find out what its translation was.
The, Edmonds, or whatever his name is, the main characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a game, too.
Yeah, it was a game, but I had to look up the translation to find out exactly what it was. We'll
Alright,
get
well,
to that,
Yeah.
everybody.
Later
That is-
spoilers for this episode.
That is the last things. That is the very last line that I have for this is what the fuck.
Love it. Now I'm excited.
Stupid.
So they created the Order of the Silver Phoenix in the first episode?
In
I
episode
think that-
5. Yeah.
6.
No, yeah. Yeah,
I think it
that
was
was
six.
Episode 5.
6.
He
One
commands the
minute.
Order of the Silver Phoenix. They gave him the title at the end of the episode.
Beginning of the next one, pretty sure.
Okay, no. I literally wait with bated breath for the credits to end, and then I go, yay, I can write down the next episode. They gave it to him at the very very end of it.
Man, you wait
because
for the
then you
credits to
found out
Yeah,
that he
you
stole
watched the
Big Boob's
credits?
McGee. Dude.
Fuck that.
I have it even before the stole Big Boobs McGee's mech.
Yeah, 'cause that's
Trust
the
me.
beginning of 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in 6 too, man.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. You guys are fucking dicks. All right, which brings
Whatever,
us
credits
to
watcher.
episode 6, Trial and Error. Or do we want to continue with the Crunchyroll ones, or do you want me to go back to the Wikipedia ones?
Nah, Crunchyroll's fine.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll's way better. All right, with the Casadeus incident resolved, it's time for work on the Telestale to be completed. The nation's biggest mech design lab, the Silhouette Night Laboratory, is sent a copy so that they can attempt to make one of their own, and a tournament between the two will be held to see if Ernie's designs are as powerful as they seem.
I deadass was like, aren't these the fuckers that just stole them? Like, the entire time. It took me so long to realize,
To realize
no.
that wasn't them.
Yeah. I was like, no, they gave them to it. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. But I was just like, this is like so bold. Like, we just stole your mechs. Now we're gonna fight you using your exact battle plans. Don't suspect us. Again, I've been drinking.
So it starts out and he's in a dream sequence where he's literally dreaming about model mechs just floating away from him. And like, no, come back, robot, come back. Which again with the robot thing. Why? Why?
We
just
know
sit
why.
there and say
He loves
robot?
robots.
And then we find out that he's Addie's personal teddy bear because
Whatever.
he's so warm and soft. And oh my god, this whole thing with Addie it's really just annoying more than anything.
It is. Like,
Yeah, and he's annoyed with it too.
Yes,
but it's more annoying that he's annoyed with that because it's just like, all right, you're obviously an otaku programmer in your previous life. Like, you wouldn't be like just dying over this or something like that.
No,
Like, it
because
just
he
weirds
wasn't
me
that
out.
otaku programmer. He wasn't the otaku programmer that liked like the people. He only liked the robots.
Hence the spoiler. that
Hence
I
the
already
spoiler.
described.
He's gonna build a robot to fuck another robot because only robots can fuck other robots.
For his
And
aesthetic.
he was
We already
like,
talked-
what, maybe in his 30s or something?
Yeah, but you would still think that generally speaking, if you were a well-rounded otaku like Jason, you would be you would be liking all sorts of stuff, not just mecha. But hey,
Well, yeah, but like a little girl?
he's a little boy.
No, Chris, you have a great point. You have a very good point. Because
Like, he still
if
has
you
his
retained
mind.
all your knowledge, like, I don't care if I'm in like a 12-year-old's body.
Yeah, but okay, so this puts it into the whole thing with Erased, where he's 10 and she's 10, and it's like mentally, but your body, it's one of those weird things of like when you're young and you look at like a 40-year-old woman, you're like, oh my god, she's so old. And then as you get older, you're like, oh my god, that 40-year-old woman's hot.
No way, man. Cindy Crawford was a dime all the time.
Yeah, but
Oh,
she
yeah.
wasn't 40 at that time. 20.
Could have been.
Could have been. Who knows? Plastic surgery is a fickle fiend.
All right, Sandra Bullock. Dime.
She was
All the
also
time.
young.
All the time. Even now.
In the net?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, in the net, man. She wasn't bad in Bird Box. I'd still. That was good.
Haven't watched it yet.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
That's what I keep hearing is it's not bad.
Go into it
Oh.
thinking it's going to be absolute shit. That helps out a lot.
I'll go into it thinking that it's a Netflix movie. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Much
Like
like
a
this anime.
Yeah, just go into it thinking it's an Adam Sandler movie. Which, if you guys haven't listened to this week's or to last week's I Bid It First, you probably won't get how much we hate Adam Sandler right now.
Current Adam Sandler.
Current
yeah.
Adam Sandler. Still love old Adam Sandler though.
Oh, yeah.
He was great. All right, so the chief of the research lab looks like a lizard or a snake. One of the two. Go ahead, pick your poison. Lizard, snake, doesn't matter.
Weird
Reptile.
looking dude.
Looks like a reptile. The old man looks fucking crazy, and his eyes never center on anything. They're always either looking off in different directions or looking dead straight ahead, but really far apart, so you can't tell where he's actually looking.
Nice.
The
He's
dude
old.
does a lot of peyote.
Yeah, he does a lot of peyote. He
He's
does
just
a
old.
lot of vision quests in the desert. So you found out at the end of the episode that he got promoted, and then at the beginning of the episode, he's having dinner with his family, and they tell him that he's been promoted. Dad and Grandpa are both fucking shocked. Mom's kind of shocked, but like, oh, I kind of saw that coming. And then the Grandpa's like, well, I joked about you taking over the school, but I didn't think it would happen so quickly. It's like, oh man, they just keep handing him all sorts of stuff. And then that's literally right now. Government just handing out top secret shit. Like, here you go. Have all this top secret information. We're good to go, man. Don't worry about it.
Dude, it's been 100 years since anyone did like anything, and this like motherfucker's coming out of like left field being like, hey, here's basic physics and how you do stuff, and they're like, holy shit!
He just
I'm like
advanced her
the
shit by
greatest
like 300 years.
I'm like the greatest programmer ever. So, like, yeah, that's a thing.
It'd be like if you're like, I'm gonna keep photography super secret, and then someone were to show up with their like smartphone and be like, okay. You'd be like, oh fuck, all right, well here's all I know about photography, and they'd be like, cool, we're past that. So what does it matter anymore? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
What does anything matter, Eric?
Time doesn't matter, obviously,
Time
as we will
does
get
not.
to in just a second. So they have 10 months to fight against the lab with the mech. Then they just like breeze through this 10 months like it's nothing. Like other anime, this would be like at least 2 episodes long. 2 minutes.
Not
2
Dragon Ball
episodes,
Z. This
2
would be like
minutes.
a full season.
Oh yeah.
10 months.
No.
I think it's a little longer,
Bulma
2
built that
minutes.
time machine in like 5 episodes. They know how to build shit quickly. Powering up is a whole other thing.
Right. If you would have said, I need to train for 10 months, season.
Well, hey, it took Naruto, what, like 50-something episodes to master the Rasengan? So, I mean, Naruto's technically worse. All right.
He did
so 10
build
months.
that jet engine
Yeah.
that was like way too powerful.
No,
yeah.
that was the best.
Well, he makes the option works, which is just parts that can swap out. And I think that he called it the toy box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time flies through real fast, and the sisters graduated. Okay. Spy for the government is now stationed as a student. Okay. She looks nothing like a student.
No.
She looks
She's like 2 feet
literally
taller
like
than anybody else.
mid-20s, like to early 30s,
Yeah.
and fooling everybody except for him.
They should have given her just like a total Russian accent too. Like, I am student. I here to test machines.
Which would have been good. What's almost as good as what they did do, to where she's deadpan and talks like this and has
Yeah.
no physical emotion whatsoever and no inflection in her voice, just telling data to you, blah 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 blah. Like, that's all that she does.
Like a robot.
I only talk to you in private.
Yeah. So takes what, all of like 2 seconds for Addie to get like super jelly of this entire thing.
Ugh.
No,
Oh,
I
God.
am spy. I only tell you and Ernie.
Well, yeah, she tells Ernie or Addie later, yeah.
Yeah, that was just so dumb. I was just
So
like,
stupid.
great
Oh, yeah.
spy.
I got like information written down on that. I'm like, oh my god. But so they, in the middle of doing this, they make a second mech. Like, they're so like, oh my god, we need to figure out like taking our designs and making it better. Oh, by the way, we're gonna build a second mech just for fun on this. And this is the jet engine one that Chris was talking about.
Well, there's that,
Where
and
he-
then there's also the two-seer centaur.
That's the one that they're making.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
talking
main
about this
one.
one though. The one that he makes that he then tests, and I couldn't tell if it was an explosion or a sonic boom or both that happened that basically broke all the windows and everything like everywhere in the castle.
It had to be
It
a
was
sonic boom
sonic
because he
boom.
was like,
Yeah.
I just stopped. And then my favorite part was they did that fade to white, like he was just blowing up or whatever. I paused it on full white screen. I was just like, end credits.
And credits. Show over.
I was like,
he gets
yes.
reincarnated again. Wow. Remember like way back in the day, there was that Ernesti Echavalier kid? Well, now there's Echavalier Ernesti. And he's just as smart.
And he's half his age.
He somehow knows exactly what to say to all the government officials to get them to just give him whatever he wants.
That'd be almost better. Or it's
That
just
actually would've been
constantly
better.
protege coming up after protege, and they're just like, how the hell does this keep happening? It's just really the same dude every time taking on a new body. Like
It'd be like,
Rogue Legacy
ReZero.
or whatever.
Yeah. So I wrote down, converted another mech. He can just magically reach controls now. Thrusters broke the sound barrier. Shut up, bitches. I do what I want.
Well, he obviously built it for him, so
Right now
But
he's
it's a
building for him.
converted mech, though. It's not like he built it from scratch. And they didn't make it look like he had like extenders or anything like that.
Nah,
He
he's
just-
building
I
it.
don't know.
He just
He built
magically can reach the stuff.
It's been like 3 years, man.
It's been 3 years. He hasn't grown. No one's changed. But it's been 3 years. Trust us.
Right.
Well, yeah, because if they change their appearances, then we won't know who's who.
Exactly. So, yes, now they're making a 2-seat mech. Eureka 7 style. And then Ernie isn't a guy. Ernie is just Ernie. Like, literally, this is what Addie says about him. Like,
But
yeah,
you're too young
I'm
to
getting
be
mixed
thinking about
signals.
taking baths with guys. Oh, I know, but Ernie's not a guy. Ernie's just Ernie.
Ernie's just Ernie. I'm getting mixed signals on how you feel about Ernie here.
Nobody understands anything.
And now, the single greatest change in mech design.
I know, this is so great, and they just
I
glazed
can't
over
believe,
it.
like, I didn't even pick up on the fact that this wasn't a thing. He made a fucking key for the
He
mech.
made a fucking. It did not need to be explained. It did not need to be presented. It did, like, you could have just assumed that the keys were in like the glove box or whatever before. They did not need to like cover this. It was just
No,
like,
they were
you know
too
what?
stupid to make a key
Yeah,
before.
it was just like, you know what?
What is this,
You
a
can use
weapon?
it as a weapon.
Well, yeah, you can use it like that, but it's also
Giant
a
weapon of
key.
mass destruction. Pfft, nobody can use it. No
And
one's
then what
gonna
blew my
try.
mind, they're like, oh, it's like a key. And he's like, so you know what a key is? Where the fuck were you on all this before?
So this will prevent people from stealing our mechs ever again. Oh, yeah, you should probably put keys in these fuckers.
Oh my god. All right. So this is where we start getting into. I'm gonna go rapid fire here because I wrote down what like little notes in here that I think that this entire like 5-minute sequence was just comic gold. So the 2-person mech apparently is controlled like a motorcycle. Like you see the chick Addie. She's like, I'm like, oh, it's controlled like a motorcycle. Okay. Then they cut to the fight, and the old man is just a thieving dickbag. That's all he is. Like he's trying to pass off everything that was done as like his own work, even though all he did was make minor tweaks to all this weird shit that the kid made.
They're now red.
So then they come out. And he made a fucking centaur, as Chris said. And I literally have it made a fucking centaur. Shit, brother basically rides sister. Didn't think it could get any worse than Darling and the Franks.
Yeah. Like, not even hiding it. It's just like, this is the setup.
Nope, yep. She's riding the motorcycle or riding the bike in front of him, and he's riding right behind her.
Sitting
And it's
up.
Fucking gross.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, like, they only showed the cockpit, like, once in that, like, scene. And
Because that's all you need to see it.
that's all you need to see. And it looks like he's, like, locked in place. Like, he can't even move his arms or anything. Like, it's just like, then what is his point except for just to be there for this angle?
Just to look awkward. It's just to look awkward. That's all it is. And oh my god, they do it right. Jesus.
Then they clear it out right away. Like, the next
yeah.
episode, like, oh, yeah, we got rid of that design. It's just like,
Yeah, that
okay.
that design for some reason was really weird looking and awkward. We can't really put our finger on it, but something about it looked just weird.
So we figured out how to do it with one person.
Yeah. So that brings us to episode 7, New and Old. Ernie's new mech, the Zendog. I don't know, Tzendolg, as well as his Telestales, are paired off against the Kaldatoa Darsh, the lab's new mech. Several Darsh are paired against a single mech, putting the Silver Phoenix at a serious disadvantage before the fight even begins. Yeah, it's a fucking 4-on-6 fight. And the old man looks like he almost has a fucking stroke like 8 times during this entire sequence. His eyes keep bulging more and more. He looks like he can't feel the left side of his body. It's just all of it. It's just bad. And they say it's a 4-on-6 fight because one man on horseback counts as 3 people. Supposedly.
Just like in real life.
It's some weird medieval math, I guess. I don't know. So it's like a horse equals 2 people? Is that it? Even though the horse has no weaponry and really, really, really doesn't want to be running head on to these people and doesn't want somebody on its back?
Cavalry was more important than infantry. This is true, regardless. But I don't know where that conversion came from either.
You know what was more important than cavalry?
Robots.
Goddamn machine guns.
No, it's all about the and magic.
Oh man, I love and
that
magic.
and
And magic
magic
is my favorite.
It can do anything.
So, Ernie sparkles. There's no easy way to put this. He sparkles. He shimmers. Pilots the jet one and fucks people up. And then they have like the split shield thing where it's like a giant shield and it splits and he shoots a shock wire out and takes one out and man,
That shield is pretty dope.
Yeah,
It's
that was finally just like, okay, finally like here's
something
like
cool.
actually how you'd use a mech like this instead of just like jumping around shooting fireballs
And
everywhere.
The shield thing, I don't know if I've ever seen that in any other mech anime. And they use shields in other animes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the shield's more adaptive and moves around and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that
So,
was
finally something
Yeah.
new. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Ernie's like flies around and it uses a fuck ton of mana. Almost all of his mana reserves. He was down to what, like 20% or something like that
Yeah.
after he just totally just decimated everybody.
I just had to sit there and nobody does anything.
Yeah, everyone just forgets about him.
well, it's not flying anymore, so
They sat there and they went, "Hey, the blue one's not moving. Should we attack it? No, don't attack it. It might move again. It's probably waiting for us to attack."
again, 100 years and no one did anything.
These
So
people are stupid.
these aren't technologically advanced people here. I mean, that'd be like inventing electricity and the telegram, and then being like, "Okay, we're good."
So then more fighting. Ernie's finally comes back online after he replenishes his mana and flies through, does like a bunch of fucking dodging and like he's like, the one guy's like, "Oh, that same trick won't work on me." He's like, "Who said I'm gonna do the same trick?" And then he does pretty much the same trick.
The exact same
and then
trick.
he stomps on his face like a Goomba.
This time I go low, higher, and dodge a couple more times.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 20 feet higher. Whoa!
Again, 100 years. They could probably jump, and they'd be like, "Holy fuck, you can jump!"
Literally, old man died. You just see this look of shock and horror on his face. The old man he's dead, and I think comes
He had
back
too much
to
pee
life.
out there.
Then comes barreling down after they're all out of their mechs. Ernie sparkles again, and then shares his sparkles with the old man.
And then
Well,
they
the
said
old man
best
like
thing.
hates him for like 5 seconds, and then Ernie starts talking, and then he's like in love with him.
Then they said the best thing. It's just like, "Oh, here's what he's gonna look like in 80 years."
Yeah. Oh God.
Just like, yep.
Yep, pretty much. If he makes it to 80, we'll see. Someday soon we'll take him to the village, which I thought was odd. And then another 2 months pass. Like that. Like nothing at all. Just 2 months more, everybody.
Nope.
Let's just go. Why not?
Time jump the anime.
Yeah, why not just do another time jump? Shit happens. It's all right. And I mean, I give them kudos for not making it seem like this shit just happens overnight. But when you really quickly say 8 months passed, 2 months passed, a year passed, we graduated, like that's it. Oh my God.
Because nothing exciting is happening.
No, this is true.
Except we're watching the paint and glue dry on his little models.
Yep. So they had the the prince was there watching the fight, and then they cut back to the prince, and the prince is a cocky son of a bitch. The old man king steps down, appoints his son, the prince's dad, as the king. We haven't seen him again since.
Nope.
Who do we see that is apparently still making all the decisions? The old man king and the prince, but not the current king.
It was pretty obvious that they're like, we want the king to go around with them and like share in the adventure, and just like they're not gonna let a king just go around everywhere.
King just can't move around
Just like,
all over.
all right,
the
well
place.
then make him not the king anymore. Make his son the king. He has
His
a son.
disposable son.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
And then they go through like the most pointless, like, make me a custom mech, make me one. No, let's fight for it. I was just like, can this just stop? Like, who cares? Who cares?
Yes. So it's like king steps down, kids graduate, old king wants night. Like boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
I want the gold one. No, I want the gold one. They're the same fucking thing, just in different colors.
Yeah. So then they ask the kid, or they ask the cocky prince, well, power, then power, followed by power.
And make it look powerful.
Super strong looking.
I love the power glove.
Okay.
I love it.
And then yeah, seasons pass. So now we're getting into ambiguous time.
Yeah.
And it's seasons pass. And then, sheesh, we have a golden lion and silver tiger. Fuck me. Yeah. Then the fight. Kid's really good with the mech. Not gonna win by thinking. And then suddenly some weird, slutty looking demon beast moth girl. I don't know. Like, they just show she's got big bushy like eyelashes and eyebrows, which automatically makes you think moth.
Fair.
Your
Moth
big
girl.
boob moth girlfriend. Which would have been ahead of its time.
This is true.
This anime would have been way ahead of its time if it was, which actually I think she does have big tits.
Big titty moth girlfriend.
I think she has a big tittied moth girlfriend. This anime is way ahead of its time now. It's way behind the times and also way ahead of the times, all at the same time.
So his claim to fame is Big Titty Moth Girl.
Oh my god. Okay, so man, let me pull up the synopsis for episode 8.
So yeah, before you do that, like, let me just say that finally, I was like, this is where the anime is going to turn over. They open up to episode 8, as Eric's going to read, and it was just like, okay, let's go now.
Yeah. Episode 8, Secret and Quest. That doesn't sound like a giant fight. That doesn't make any sense. A horde of shell-cased, powerful demon beasts are headed for Alfheim, the center of the nation's Silhouette Knight reactor design. If it falls, it will be impossible for any more Silhouette Knights to be built. But if Ernie can save them, he'll finally get the ability to truly design his own mech from the ground up. Okay,
And
first
fuck
off, hang on. Before we even get into any of this, reading this from the Crunchyroll website, there is a space between the E and T in get. Get.
Alright,
The
that may
ability
be-
to
that's
truly design his own mech. This is how much Crunchyroll gives a shit about this anime. Oh, and this
What's its
episode
rating?
aired on my birthday in 2017.
What's its rating? Like, I guess Crunchyroll
I
isn't
don't
really
think they
great.
gave it a rating. Yeah, they didn't give it a rating
4
on Crunchyroll.
4 out of
Yeah,
5.
Yeah,
I
Crunchyroll
found
ratings are
Crunchyroll app is
stupid.
4 out of 5.
Oh, I thought you meant like user like age rating.
No. I meant like
No, yeah,
review score or whatever.
I don't pay attention to reviews on Crunchyroll.
No,
or
I think
on-
there's only like 2 people that actually review anything on Crunchyroll, and they give everything 4 or 5 stars.
Well,
I've yet
yeah.
to see anything that's just like, this is just garbage, 1-2 star overall.
I avoid those ones like the plague. Because you know they're just going to be terrible.
Yeah, the comments. There's actually comments on just this video because there are apparently people that still only watch Crunchyroll through the website.
Hey,
Like
people like
YouTube?
are connected to their laptops, man. Yeah, whatever.
I know. I'm just saying though. What the flip? That's way too OP. He finally achieved his magnum opus. I'm a bit of a mechaphile, so even though I kind of dislike all these LN-based animes where the protag is super OP, I get kind of excited about the new mechs they show all the time. LOL.
He is a protagonist.
Is Ernie writing like comments on his own anime?
Yeah, it's like the producers commenting.
Oh my god! Oh, wait, there's more comments. No, I'm not gonna read.
No, we're
those.
not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
All right. So first off, shell cased, super fucking original, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's bugs encased in a shell, hence the name. Just be like, so a fucking exoskeleton? Like, that sounds cooler.
Showcase.
No, they're M&Ms.
Melt in your mouth?
He's in a shell. What should we call them? Showcase.
So, heading towards the place where reactors are made. Oh noes, it couldn't possibly happen anywhere else.
I know, right?
Like
And
literally.
They even
It
did
can
like a
happen
giant
anywhere, people.
Yeah, they did a giant like graphic of like why it's all happening and explaining it like way too much in detail for no fucking reason. But they're like, all right, here they're splitting off, and one's just like, we're gonna go over here.
The explanation of why they're splitting off is probably the most thought that's gone into anything at all.
I
Where they're
know.
like, every once in a while, another queen is born. And then when that happens, the place just splits in half, and half the horde goes off with the other queen, and they head off in another direction looking for food. They don't stay the same, and they don't worry about the queens fighting. They just go kill.
It's just like, makes sense.
That's
Aside
a lot
from-
of good thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's just everything out the window after that. Then.
Yep. That's just
Everything
that's
else
just
is
an
anime?
episode.
None. Yeah.
They look okay. So basically, the bugs to the mechs. So this is what I started equating it to. The bugs to the mech look like if you were the mech, you were attacked by a bunch of Yorkies. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
That's all that it is. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Yeah. So he rides in on the chariot because because his fucking mech uses way too much goddamn mana.
Right.
And he's still, after seasons pass. Still
Well, they
hasn't figured
even
out how to
talk about
solve
that. They're like, he has great ideas, but they're like unoptimized. They're like shitty
Oh, yeah.
versions. And which cracks me up because they're just like, wasn't he supposed to be like the programmer extraordinaire? It's just like, I make great code that everyone likes to use.
Well, he's also
yeah, but he's the
also-
one that makes it so that it's possible, and then everybody else goes back in. They're like, because even at the very beginning, he's like, all right, well, I'll make it so it works.
Guess
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
give
yeah,
the old
yeah.
college try.
Yeah,
and make this
fair,
deadline.
Fair.
Yeah, so he basically comes up with everything, and then everyone else goes in. They're like, "Oh my god, this was great. Let me fix this.
Let me optimize this.
You need some optimizations here, buddy." Okay, so they did have something that I thought was pretty cool in this. That again is another thing that they just glossed over that hasn't been like done in other animes that I thought was cool. The fucking gold lion one, like after it deploys, it anchors itself in, so it's like it has that like back shield thing, and they like jam into the ground before the blasters go off that it has in like its knees and all that, so that it can just kind of pivot without it knocking it back. I thought that was cool.
I've seen other animes do that. I thought it was, I'm probably 100% wrong on this, but I thought it was 08 MS Team.
Which is the only one that it would have happened in, and not one that most people have seen. You and I have seen it, and then maybe like 6 other people that may have watched it on G4 TV.
Nah, it was on
that Tech TV?
Toonami. It was on Toonami and
Was
stuff
it on
like that.
Toonami for a while?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
on
okay.
Hulu now too.
That's the best
Have you
one,
watched
man.
it yet, Chris?
Yeah, I think I finished it, but I watched quite a bit of it.
It's the best one.
Pretty good.
It's one of the best ones, man. It's like there's 2 really good Gundam animes, like really good ones. One of them is way too grounded in like normal like fighting and everything like that. That's 08 MS. And then the other one is off the fucking deep end, and that's G Gundam, where it's basically Street Fighter in Gundams.
I liked Wing just because it was like more opera, I guess.
Yeah, too much war opera.
That's true. It was super fucking long.
And they were also emo.
Oh god, that's right.
So emo. Every
So
one of them
complainy.
was super emo.
Well, it was helpful.
Except for Wing, or whatever the hell the guy's name was, the Chinese one that had Shenlong.
No,
He was the only
whiny
one
too.
that wasn't emo. He was just an asshole.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he was an asshole, but he was like emo about his assholeness. He was like, no one understands that it should just be perfection all the time. Why you B Gundam? Why not A Gundam?
Oh my god. So then you see how many fucking mechs they've made during this time jump. I'm like, they've made a lot of these fucking mechs during the time jump.
Mass production's the plan.
But mass production's not for them. Mass production's for the other place where the old man is.
Right? Doesn't matter. It's the plan.
How many fucking mechs, though, has the Silver Phoenix made? Like, what the fuck? They're just making all sorts of different ones. And there's literally, like, a different one for every person, even people that we didn't even know existed.
Well, they
But-
got their own castle now.
They
That's
do.
right.
Yeah, this is true.
German production castle hasn't been used in 100 years.
This is true. And then they chose, obviously, the best mech for Big Boobs McGee, which was one of the Centaur ones.
Of course.
Of course.
Because she's got to be riding on that fucking motorcycle part with her boobs just pressing. And
Absolutely.
so big that her body is arced way up the entire time that she's riding that.
This entire anime was created because some dude made a sketch of some big ass chick or a big breasted chick riding on some motorcycle thing in a mech, and someone's just like, "Fuck, we need to animate that. How are we gonna get someone to pay for us to animate that?" And then they just went into a room with that dartboard and they made it.
So Ernie takes off with Addie and whatever the fuck her brother's name is that
Kid.
nobody cares about because
It's Kid.
he's nothing.
It's Kid.
It's Kid. Well, that's his
Kid?
nickname or whatever. They call him Kid.
Who gives a fuck,
gives a
really?
fuck? Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on. There's no absolute character development within him. The only thing that he has done that is memorable during this entire time is accidentally knock a mech over.
He's gonna die.
But so they go off, and he's still riding in his chariot with the two centaurs in front of him, and it's just loaded. They call it the toy box, so this is the toy box now. Loaded with his favorites with no thought. He
Sounds
didn't
like
put
a toy
any
box
thought
to
in.
me.
Yeah, it sounds like every toy box that I've ever heard of. Exactly, Chris. Like,
Well, he
oh my
doesn't give
God.
a fuck about this world or its politics. He's just here to get his rocks off in a robot. So
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Literally all he cares about.
It literally is. I'm gonna bring my favorite stuff, not what's better to this situation. What pleases my aesthetic. That's all he cares about.
Rock out with your robot out, buddy.
That's 100%.
Go
This
for
is
it.
just robot masturbation all over the place.
Oh, shit.
Which would be really deep if they would like focus on that, but instead they're just like, no, it's just great. He's just really great.
So then they finally show the queen. And
Which
I
was
actually had to write this down.
Out aloudable.
Do what?
The queen was just so stupid.
Hey, I did write one thing, though, that was of note about this. At least the queen isn't a giant vagina. I was so expecting a giant vagina with legs.
But it did have eyeshadow on, which was
It
fantastic.
did have eyeshadow. This is true. It had eyeshadow.
It's gotta look
And
good.
apparently the legs were too strong for them to shoot at. So then they had to aim for the body, and they shot off its egg sac, which was kind of gross.
And then a leg.
Yeah, but,
And then a
and
leg.
then Ernie flies out, and with his one blaster, hits one leg 3 times and shoots the leg off. Like, oh no, the legs are too strong. Aim for the body. Oh wait, no, never mind. The legs aren't too strong. Boom, boom, boom.
Well,
I
no,
just
no,
wanted
no.
to look cool.
They're too strong at the base. At the top, at the hip, they're weak as shit, apparently.
Well, then why weren't they fucking aiming for the legs in general there? You always aim for the joint. You don't, if you want to take somebody down, you don't shoot for their fucking calf. You shoot for the goddamn kneecap.
It also bugged the crap out of me that the queen looked nothing like the other insects. Like nothing.
Hey,
Nothing.
that is perfectly fine. You know why? Because this is the first time that I've seen anything that had any original design whatsoever.
And it was dumb as
Alligator
shit
snapping
looking.
turtles, a whole fuck ton of them, one gigantor one, and then these cockroach-looking things that looked like Yorkies crawling all over.
Some
everything.
gorillas.
That's, I mean,
Mastodon.
it's the first time that they looked, like different. So I'm fine with that. I have absolutely no problem whatsoever with the fact that the queen didn't look anything like them. But you know what? Queen ants don't necessarily look like the regular ants.
No, but they look like an ant.
This is true. Queen bees, oh no, queen bees still look like bees. I don't know.
And then my favorite part is he takes
Rhyme and reason.
he takes the queen down the exact same way they took down the original behemoth. So again,
Oh yeah.
no development whatsoever.
He learned from the turtle. Good job.
Yeah, he did the same thing.
At least now, though, it wasn't accidental.
This is true. This is true.
He knows how to take down big ass bitches.
Yes. Which is smart. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know what?
Why
Yeah, you
change
got a
the way
point.
that you killed it when you killed it the last time? It's not like they're the things from Darling and the Franks where they're constantly evolving and figuring things out, or like Eureka 7 or any other mech thing where it's like they keep changing. No, they're all the same. And they're going to stay the same for a long ass time. I'm sure there's some plot twist coming in the next 5 episodes.
I mean, it took them 100
There
years
has
to
to be.
fucking do any changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. And this is the thing. It's like they never made any changes to him because the fucking animals don't die. The demon beasts don't change at all. Like, that's it. Why would they need to do anything?
That's true.
Why make any changes when the predator doesn't change at all? So I think that's perfectly fine. And somebody needs to put their phone on silent.
Yeah, Eric.
Not
Disgusting.
me. So you learn from the turtle. Good job. And then they tell him, they're like, okay, so you've taken down two giant demon beasts and saved the town and saved everything multiple times. You don't have to prove anything else to us anymore. We'll show you how the thing is made. But only the people that live in this town can make these things. And I'm like, oh, good. Oh, good. Maybe he has to move away. Get him away from everybody. And then that doesn't happen. He has to move away, but then
Time
they don't
troops.
take anything.
Or really, I was more like, maybe now he's not able to do everything. Maybe he'll have to like rely on someone else, or something like will be like a stopgap for him. It's just like,
Nope, your thought was also wrong.
Yep.
Nope.
None of this matters. It's all dumb. All we get is a bigger tittied woman, and really that's the only plot development you need to worry about.
All we get is big tittied moth girlfriend.
That's right.
So,
You'll never learn this. It'll take you a whole lifetime.
yeah.
Bitch,
So they're
please.
driving-
I'm Ernesti.
3 months, motherfucker. Get out of here.
The first thing that I wrote down though is that they're writing in there, and the guy's like, "How old do you think I am?" He's like, "I don't know, like mid-20s." And he's like, "I'm 87." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, 87? Call me when you're 870. Come on, bitch, that ain't old. Like, that is not like, and that is especially like the kid. He should have been like, "Oh, elves."
That's right, you're enough.
That
Gotcha.
would have been better.
Cool.
If you're like, oh, I get it. Elf. Although for like, I don't know if it was just a dub, but I couldn't like really distinguish, or I've just been hitting the sauce too hard today.
Alves or elves?
Elves, yeah. I was just
Elves,
like,
yes.
what's an elves? Like, are you eating cats up there, or what's going on?
Does Tolkien have does the Tolkien family have a trademark on elves? Maybe, I don't know.
No, they can't.
I don't think so. I don't think they can either.
Anyways, that help elves.
Like,
Well,
yes,
it's all based from Tolkien,
I'm
pretty much.
throwing stuff out there to try and figure out why they changed the word.
'Cause they're
Maybe
different.
they're elves
different.
because they're like a cross between moths and elves.
But yeah, or because he would say elves, but then other times he'd be like, oh yeah, elves. Just like, wait, am I?
No, you were hearing it wrong.
I'd
It
scratch
was
my ear.
elves. It was elves every time.
No, they'd say elves.
They got those like long ears, like dog ears, not like elf's ears.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was like, oh, they're still moths, because they're like, the big moths that have like the weird things coming off the top of the head, like the weird antennae that like droop down. Big tittied moth girlfriend. No guns are allowed in. Only elves can build reactors, and then the elder is the moth-looking girl, the big tittied moth girlfriend. And God, they're lazy bitches.
So lazy.
I love that explanation that they had. Oh, for the first 100 years or so, we're all out. But then, 200 to 500, we pretty much just kind of lie around and contemplate things. Like, what? And literally, the big tittied moth girlfriend, her mouth never moves. So I'm really trying to figure out, was she telepathically communicating with everybody? And she just lays there.
Well, I think she's just kind of like absolutely like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
But her mouth never moves.
Well, I was just
at
thinking
all.
more along the lines of like, she has so much magic power that she's just like, I am everything, and yeah, telepathic into your brain meets.
That's what I was saying.
But it doesn't matter, titties. So
So then we learn information. Crystals absorb ether in the air, convert to mana. They code with blood. Which they then do the life song. And then I was like, oh God, he's gonna shrink it.
no, but every sentence of that guy was just like, it used to be the horrible, so big and bad, but then we made it smaller and better, and then we had to use something else that was big and horrible and cumbersome, but then we just made it smaller. It was just like, okay.
Then elves can magically mold mithril like clay with magic.
Of course.
With and
Of course.
magic.
Yeah, with and magic.
Thank you, Chris.
And then called it, crystals come from demon beasts. But it wasn't like this big like, oh my God, we're killing them with parts of their own. He was like, oh yeah, I kind of figured that out.
Yep.
That's what I thought it was.
The bigger one, the better one. I got it.
Hey,
give me that big son of a bitch
motherfucker.
thing that I just killed.
So I killed 2 big ass things. Can I get those?
Can I get that big motherfucker that I killed like 3 or 4 episodes ago? Yeah, if you could just get its crystal heart and bring it to me. And this is the astonishing fact. Time has passed since then.
Like,
That they didn't use it.
at least a few years.
It's a fucking mountain, number one.
How the fuck is he gonna fit a fucking mountain in there then?
Well,
And
we made
magic.
it smaller.
And magic. I'm sorry, yes. And magic solves all problems. Like, yay, he's moved away. Chaos, because he has to stay in the town. And then it's only 3 months. Learns everything in 3 months.
Everything.
Like, come on.
Everything.
Everything. So, fuck me. So then they go back, and he's building this giant brain heart thingy-mabobber, and the spy's talking to him, and she leaves, and Addie's like all fucking, oh my god, da, 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 da. And then spies don't tell people that they're spies. Like,
I'm spy. I know like your feminine man boy in there.
I have
spy for
no
country.
romantic inclinations
Yeah.
for feminine man boy.
I only tell him spy secrets, so I had to tell him in private.
I only tell him and you. I best spy ever. Tell your friends.
Please do not tell
No.
your friends.
Best spy ever tells nobody.
But how would people know, Eric? How would people know?
You don't become a spy for the notoriety. You become a spy for the murder.
James Bond has something that he wants to tell you.
Well, he never actually tells anybody that he's a spy. He's just Bond. James Bond. And then he tells them lies about like, oh, I'm here for a game of Baccarat, or I'm here to fuck your brains out, or James
Well,
Bond
that's not
has
a lie.
it down pat. Do what?
That's not a lie. He does fuck their brains out.
He does fuck their brains out a lot.
And now it'll be a robot. This is just a giant James Bond movie.
All right, so his mech is called the Ikaruga.
Yeah, great bullet hell game. This is the first thing that I thought of. I was just like, oh my god, I remember playing that game. It was great.
Dumb name. So then I looked it up, and there were a lot of things like, oh, you mean it's just a translation for best game series ever. Oh, best game ever. Blah 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 blah. And then it finally comes out. Its literal translation from the kanji is mottled dove or black spotted dove.
But it's blue.
But it's a great game. That's all I care about. They've remade Ikaruga like a billion times. Like from like Neo Geo all the way to the Switch. You can buy this game on almost any platform.
That's why it sounded familiar, because it was an old Neo Geo game.
Mm-hmm. It's been around forever.
Oh man. All right, so that's Knights and Magic, everybody.
No, it's not. We have
It's
one
not.
more episode of this bullshit to go through.
Can I just pretend that that's Knights and Magic?
We could have ended it 2 episodes ago when he blew up and killed himself.
Yeah, I know, that would have been great. We could have just pretended that he died. We should have pretended that
And
he
then
died.
in the first 5 minutes, we
Oh
died
yeah, that's right. Yeah, the entire anime, 5 minutes done.
You
Done.
got
All right,
run
so-
over. All right, end of it all.
So that's episodes 5 through 8, Knights and Magic.
Now, here's something I didn't know that you guys just said before we started recording. Well, while we were recording, I don't remember. But there's actually 13 episodes to this one.
Yes, we have to watch 5 episodes next time.
I'll be in Vegas. I'm not going to do it.
No, you get back from Vegas before we record.
Damn it!
We're recording I Beat It first before that. So suck it, bitch. You have to suffer just like us. On the plus side, only 5 more episodes to go, people.
What are we watching next? Have we decided this yet?
Yes, but we're not going to announce it right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Or should we announce it just so that we get everybody's
Hopes
let
up?
people know, hey, there's something better.
Do we know it's decent? Because I don't want to be like, hey, next we're watching Pokemon.
I have watched 3 episodes into it, and it quickly gets way different than it originally seems like it's going to be. It's called Outbreak Company.
Okay.
Okay, we're going with that one.
Yeah, we're going with Outbreak Company. That is the next one. and it is way better than this one so far in everything that I've seen. Yeah, we'll do the whole like synopsis of what it is and everything like that. Like, if you guys want to, you can look it up. But Outbreak Company is going to be a lot better than this. That's what we're gonna do in 2 cutscene episodes.
2
a month
episodes.
from now.
Yeah. Lots
But we still got to get through episodes. Was it 9 through
13? With a cutscene exclusive first time 5 episode.
God, I wish I honestly probably could have done all 13 episodes in 1 episode and then just been done with this thing. Let's just skip over this part, skip over this. Well, they skipped like 10 months, so we can skip 3 episodes here.
That's right, yeah.
We should make as many time jumps as they do.
Oh my god.
Boy girls OP with mechs. Fucks them. And...
You son of a bitch. You purposely did that while I was taking a drink. Oh, fuck me. All right. So that's about it for everything that we've got for cutscene right now, everybody.
Please like us. We
Please.
only go from word of mouth.
Hey, again, the anime's okay. Not so good. The podcast is really good.
Fun. So, yeah. And again, please
Edward
let us know.
will.
If you know of something we need to see that'd just be like 10 times better, let us know, because we're always on the hunt for new stuff.
We need
too.
something after
Yeah.
we do Outbreak Company.
Yep,
So.
yep.
And here's the thing that makes all of this worthwhile for us is that we know we're not suffering alone.
This is true.
Yes.
It does make me
Every
slightly
one of you
happier.
that is listening to this has just had to sit through the same driveling crap that we have.
Dude, I'd love to hear someone be like, this is the best anime ever. Like, let us know.
if you
Like,
think
maybe...
that we are wrong,
Yeah, let us
and
know.
this is a really good anime, please let us know. I want to read this shit.
Dude, I'll pull you in on this podcast. Maybe, like, sit down and...
Yeah,
and,
you
like...
can be a special guest.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We promise not to make fun of you. Much.
Too much.
Yeah.
All right, so again, listen to us on I Beat It First. Rate, review us, follow us, do all the stuff that Jason talked about earlier. And get ready to watch episodes 9 through 13 of Knights and Magic. And then we will be over with this anime, everybody. And with that, have a great 2 weeks.
See you next time.
And magic.
And
And magic. And magic is the best magic.
who's got
No,
the
it's best
magic? I got the
And
magic.
magic. Oh my God.
He better fuck him.